Hi everyone, and welcome to Pilates at Home with William Maslin Dance Studios. Today we'll be using just a mat, no socks, and your band. And if you don't have a band, don't worry, you're still going to get a great workout. So with your Pilates, we always use our basics. The first thing is our shoulders stay down and back. And of course, when our arms come up overhead, we're going to need those shoulder blades to rotate. So just let them go then. But try your best not to bring your shoulders up towards your ears when you bring your arms up overhead. So you're doing your best to keep them down as much as possible without squeezing them down. But the basic rule is shoulders down and back for most of the class. You want to have your chin tucked in so you have a nice long neck from the top of your head all the way down to your butt. Nice and long, just like a ballerina. Think of that. Keep that chin tucked in. Beautiful. You also want to breathe in through the nose, filling up that cavity, and exhale out through the mouth, really releasing and emptying that area. The exhale is really important for all of the more dynamic movements. So when you're doing your ab curl, when you're coming up, you want to be exhaling to give yourself that little bit more room. All right. The last thing I'll tell you while sitting up, and then the rest we'll do on the mat, is keep those ribs in at all times. So do your very best not to allow them to flare out. It also causes the chest to flare out. Keep them in, keep them nice and strong. That'll help you maintain a nice strong core as well. And it won't interrupt that lower back. And that's where we really need to be careful. Trying our best not to push into that lower back and to use that for a lot of the exercises today, which happens. And if it does, don't worry, we'll be stretching it out too. All right, shall we get down on our mats then? Feet hip width apart and flat on that floor, and we'll roll down onto that mat. Ooh, feels good, doesn't it? Keeping those shoulders down and back and that chin tucked in. Yes, we will get messy here by the end of the class, but if I'm okay with it, we'll be right. All right, ooh, taking a good stretch there. Right here, just have a look or just feel that lower back. This is called your neutral spine, where you have that natural curve in your lower back. Some of us, most of us, actually have a gap between our lower back and the mat. That's perfectly fine. But it's just the natural position that your body takes when you lay down. We'll also use what we call the imprinted spine, when we suck our belly button in towards the spine without pushing that lower back into the mat. So this is not an imprinted spine. This is way too much. It's going to hurt you. All you need to do is suck the belly button in. That's my imprinted spine. So I still have that gap between my back and the mat. That's no problem at all. I just want to feel nice and strong right here. All right. Last but not least, definitely the most important is our T-zone. Now the T-zone represents our lower abdominal muscles as well as our pelvic floor. We want to keep this area here nice and tight. So let's turn it on together. Place your two fingers just under the hip bones in those squishy bits. And with your next inhale, I want you to draw your pelvic floor up as if you're stopping yourself from winging, and bring your hip bones across and in towards the spine as if you're tightening and cinching and then fastening a belt across that waist. You should feel those little squishy bits are now a little bit stronger. With your next exhale, release that T-zone, and we're going to turn it on again, and then we're going to get started. Place those fingers just under the hip bones, and with your next inhale, draw the pelvic floor up. Hip bones come across and in, hold it there, keep breathing naturally. Hands come down by your side, shoulders stay down and back, chin stays tucked in, nice and long through that neck. And with your next exhale, you're going to lift that front foot off the mat, just lift it up, knee over hip. Inhale, bring it all the way back down again. I want you to keep going with your lift foot. I know it is a very simple action, but I want you to now start waking up to what your body's telling you. When you lift that leg, squeeze into the lower abs, squeeze that little bit more. And when you lift the leg, you want your hips to be silent. And what I mean by silent is, if you're lifting your leg and you feel like your weight shifts to the back butt, that means your hip isn't being silent. So you really need to keep that T-zone on and allow just the leg to lift, keeping all this area completely still. It's simple, but if you're tired, it can be hard. If you are a little bit misaligned, it can be challenging to keep here nice and silent. So really squeeze into that T-zone now Exhale as you lift that leg, and inhale as you draw the leg back down. And I say draw so you don't just drop it. You want to control it both ways, the positive and the negative. You are consciously using those muscles. Keep breathing. That's it. Here's your last two. And here it comes. Beautiful. Now we're going to go straight into its sister, which is the toe tap. Now if you have a bad back, or you just know you're sensitive there, keep a neutral spine, and you're going to get 1 foot up at a time and do your toe tap 1 at a time, 4 times on each side. And that's all the toe tap is, bringing that leg down from tabletop position toward the mat. You do not need to touch that mat, and bring it all the way back up again. So it's an inhale down and an exhale up. Yeah, 4 times on this side, 4 times on that side, and keep that going until the end of the time. For those with a good back, imprint that spine, and everybody T-zone on, feet down or not. And with your next inhale, draw that front leg down. Everybody starting, even if your legs are down. And exhale, squeeze it up. Good. Inhale down. And exhale, squeeze it up. Again, you do not need to touch that mat with your toe. You want to go down as far as you can without using the lower back. As soon as you feel like you're about to use that lower back, bring that leg back up with a nice, strong exhale, and a squeeze in through those lower abdominal muscles. That's it. Keep that going. Keep it nice and long through the neck. Keep that chin tucked in. And remember, if you're down here, you're toe tapping 4 times on one side, swapping it over, and toe tapping on the other side. Keeping it nice and stable with that leg on the ground. That's it. Take a couple more seconds worth of toe taps. For those with both legs up in the air, feel free to double toe tap now, making sure that your T-zone is on and you're imprinted through that spine. Keep breathing. Keep both legs hip width apart, so try not to squeeze them together today. Although squeezing them together isn't bad, I just want you to concentrate on both legs moving as individual units at the same time. To make it easier, you can toe tap towards your butt. To make it harder, toe tap further away from the butt. Lovely feeling. 2 more toe taps right here. Last one. Bring those knees in, rock from side to side just in case. If your feet are on the floor for your back, keep a beautiful neutral spine, T-zone on, and take those knees out nice and wide. Arms up here. For those with a good back, imprint the spine, inhale that T-zone, bring your legs up to tabletop position, squeeze the heels together, and open out into a diamond shape. Everybody's hands up, shoulders stay down and back. With your next exhale, you're going to come up into your ab curl, reaching through those legs. And inhale, bring it all the way back down again. Keep that going, remembering to keep that chin tucked in and to slide the ribs down towards the hips. Now, if you're up here and you want a little bit more, as you exhale up, open, développé through those legs. And inhale, bring it all the way back down again. I do use that as a little bit of an excuse for a stretch. So feel free to do the same, playing with those ankles and toes as you come up into your développé. For those with feet down on the ground, just make sure that you're keeping your eyes on your hands, you're keeping a beautiful neutral spine, and those toes do not lift up off the floor. Keep them on the floor, but nice and wide. Keep breathing, keep sliding the ribs to hips as you come up. Keep breathing, guys. Nice and simple today, nothing too tricky. Going back to basics, really using them well is all we want to do, yeah? So sliding those ribs towards the hips as much as possible with a beautiful exhale is all I really want from you. And you know what? That's what helps you build that stability faster. Doing it well. Keep breathing. Now if this is too much for you, feel free to put one hand or both hands behind your head. The arms coming through are just a little bit of a bonus, but you can always do it right here. That's it. Take 2 more. If your hands are behind your head, keep the elbows wide. Good. Hold it up for 4, 3, 2, and release. Bring those knees in if you need a little rock from side to side. Beautiful. Now everyone, imprint that spine, inhale that T-zone, bring the arms down by your side and bring those legs up. For those with a bad back, I want you to be really careful here and keep those head and shoulders and arms down and scissor just like this. And I want you to keep those legs up towards the ceiling as much as you can. Challenge yourself and see how deep you can go without using that lower back. But if you need to stay up here, do that. You're still going to feel a little pinch through those lower abdominal muscles. For those with a good back, imprint the spine just like for those with the bad back. T-zone on, and with your next exhale, come up into your scissors, making sure that you're bringing your ribs towards your hips. Good. That's it. Now, you got a couple of options. Head and shoulders can come down, or you can start to bring the hands to the side of the body and get into your obliques as well, or you can stay right here. That's it. I'm going to do one of each. That's it. Mixing it up, little combos. That's it. Keep breathing. Every single exhale, bring the ribs towards your hips. If your head and shoulders are down, just make sure you're inhaling and exhaling. That's it. Here's your last set. Beautiful. Bring those knees in. Take a quick rock from side to side. Feet come flat on the floor, shoulders stay down and back. Hands come behind your head. Make sure those elbows are out nice and wide. And we're going to exhale with a nice neutral spine, T-zone on. Exhale up, then across straight into our oblique curls. Inhale, center, and down. Keep that going. Oblique curl it. Nice and simple to start with. That's it. Beautiful. Even when we're advanced, this movement can still work it out for us. And it really just depends on the quality of our movements. Now, if you really want to give yourself that little bit more, feel free. Bring it out to the side. Or really opening it out through the chest. Squeeze it out. Beautiful. If you want to do a bit more, leg comes up, or knee comes in and leg comes up. Good job. Here come your last set. Even just lifting through that leg can destabilize. Shoulders down and back, chin tucked in. Grab that beautiful band if you're using it. Now, if you're not using a band, that's okay. Everybody roll up nice and long. Grab that band, place it over the thighs, over the knee, and I want you to make sure that you have a nice slippery surface underneath your legs for a bit. We're going to do a funny exercise today, but very, very good for the glutes. So, half mat, coming onto our tummies. Yes, it's a weird one. And making sure that our hips are on that mat. Hands come under the forehead. Hips are on the mat. Push the hips into the mat. Suck the belly button up. Bring those legs up in a 90-degree angle. Starting with that front leg. Exhale, squeeze it out. Inhale, bring it in. I'm going to scooch on back to get more slide. Keep that going. Really squeezing into the side of the butt. Lazy girl exercise. Really lazy. But don't worry, we're going to work these glutes out today, and we're going to work out those legs. Just keeping it lazy for now. That's it. And now really squeeze into the side of that butt. Squeeze it, and in. Squeeze it, and in. Now double, both at once. That's it. How wide can you go? That's it. Squeeze it open. Beautiful. It's a funny one, isn't it? Yes. That's it. Squeeze it open. Get into the side of those butts. That's it. 2. Last one. Good. Now we're going to lift one leg at a time. Lift it up. Keep that stomach up off the mat. Keep pushing the hips into the mat. That's it. Nice and easy. 2. Good job. Here comes your last one like that. And up. Good job. Now, one leg at a time. Up and over. Like little rainbows. Squeeze it up and over. That's it. Now, keep those hips in. Keep that belly up. That's it. Really rainbow through that knee now. This is your little warm-up for what's coming next, which is your quadrupeds. And we're going to keep it simple on the quadrupeds. For 2. Last one. Good job. Hold it here. Extend those legs out. Point with the toes. Inhale, bring them back in. Try to get those heels in toward your butt. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in. Good. Now feel free to have those knees touching or to have the legs hip width apart. For me, I prefer it hip width apart. I really feel I can squeeze those heels in towards my butt. Try to see what works for you. Really squeezing them in. Last 2. That's it. Last one. And in it goes. Beautiful. If you're using a band, keep that band there with you. Rise on up. Walk those feet in. Grab that mat. Open it out, straight into our quadruped. Now for our quadruped today, what I'd really like to have is you on your elbows so we can turn those lats on and just protect the wrists, because I'm sure you're using them way too much already. Working on those computers, using our phones. So please, on our elbows today, elbows will come underneath the shoulders, knees will come under hips. Now we're going to use this front knee. So if you're using a band, take that band under the back knee, and you're going to allow that band to sit just there above the knee. Now it might slide down to the calf, I'm okay with that, but just having that band under that back knee will help to really give you the resistance you need. So elbow under the shoulder, hands flat on the floor. Please don't hold your hands together, that'll turn on your neck. Knees under hips, T-zone on nice and tight, and with an exhale, come straight up into our 90. Now, as you can see, my band has already slipped because I didn't put it under my knee. So do what I say, not as I do. That's it. Now I can feel that resistance. It's a beautiful, strong resistance as I lift that knee up and inhale, bring it down much better. Keep that T-zone on, and what you want to do is make sure that your head isn't down here. It's got to be up nice and long, and you're looking almost at your thumbs and keeping the top of the back up between the scapulae and really just squeezing into that butt. Now think about your hips now. Keep them parallel to the mat. That's it. Keep breathing now. Only 8 more. Keep that body aligned. Make sure you're not sinking into those shoulders. Push it up. Use those lats. 3 to go. Inhale, exhale, hold it up. Tiny, tiny little pulses. For 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Turn that knee out. Inhale, bring it in. That's it. turn it out. Inhale in, go with the breaths. So your aim here is to almost bring that inner thigh parallel to the mat. 2 to go like that. Good job, last one. Good job. Keep that leg up, hamstring curl it, point, heel to butt. Nice and easy. Inhale, point. Exhale, bring that heel to butt. Inhale, point. Exhale, heel to butt. Good, keep that going. Stay up nice and strong, making sure you're not sinking into those shoulders. Abdominal muscles on to keep that T-zone tight, guys. That's it, keep breathing. Keep that chin tucked in, and you want to be nice and long through that neck. Looking down at the mat in front of you. That's it. Take 3 more. Bring it back to a 90. Take that knee out to the side, keeping it parallel to the ground, squeezing into the side of the butt. Inhale, bring it to center. Exhale to the side, and inhale to center. Keep that going, nice and strong through the side of that butt there. Keep that T-zone on. That's it. Keep pushing up towards the sky with those elbows. That's it. I like to use a flexed foot here, but go with what works for your feet. I know what it's like to have crampy feet, so if you need to use a different position with those toes or feet, please do. On the next one, hold it out, pulse it up. 2 and 1, hold it here, hamstring curl it. Exhale, bring it in, good job. Hips, keep them parallel. Abdominal muscles on, keep that T-zone tight. Stay nice and long through that neck. Good job. 2 more. Last one. And bring that leg down. Push back into a quick press stretch. Get a little bit of reprieve through that butt, because I know you're feeling it, especially if you're using the resistance band the way I am today with the band under the knee. We're going to come out nice and long one more time, and this time I really want you to concentrate on keeping those elbows nice and strong into the mat, pushing your back up. The top of your back comes up between that scapulae. Don't let it fall, because your chin will come down too. Keep it all in. It's not very glamorous, but hey, it works. Nice and long through the neck, through the leg, front leg, keeping that foot nice and flexed. And it's an exhale up, inhale down. Nice and simple. Exhale up, inhale down. Keep those hips parallel to the mat. T-zone stays on, nice and tight. That's it. Keep breathing. That's it. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you come down. That's it. Keep pushing into the mat with those elbows. Stay up nice and long. Chin tucked in, eyes to mat. That's it. Take 2 more. And last one. Hold it here, rainbow from side to side. Keep those hips parallel now, guys, and really squeeze into that butt. And you're going all the way to the side, so you can squeeze into the side of the butt too. That's it. Keep breathing, keep those abdominal muscles on so that T-zone is tight, so you're not curling through that lower back as you bring the leg up and over. It's just that leg. That's it. Take 4 more. Bring that knee in, feel free, come into a beautiful prayer stretch. Stretch stretch out through the arms as well. So push your hands into that mat. Get a beautiful stretch right there. Inhale, exhale, coming up. Keeping that band just around the thighs, above the knees, not at the knees. And coming into a beautiful plank. Now, wrists should be under shoulders, knees under hips. Feel free to hold it here if knees past the hips. If you are on your knees, just bring them past that midline, really squeezing into that T-zone now, making sure you can feel that challenge, but everybody's wrist should be under their shoulders. If it's too much to plank on your wrists, plank on your elbows. We're not in plank position for much or for long, but your aim here, whether you're on your knees or on your toes, is to bring that hip down, bring it down. Now, I tend not to do these very much because, as you can see, it can compromise through that shoulder alignment. So I want you to be really conscious of bringing that hip down only so much so you can feel a pinch in your obliques and you're not actually at that elbow. Yeah? Keep it up nice and long. 2. Last one. Good job. Bring those knees down. Press, stretch it. And come back onto the other side. I'm going to turn around. Feel free to do the same, just so we can make sure that we're using the right leg. Sometimes, if we stay in the same position, we use the same leg twice. Not a great thing. All right, so shoulders stay down and back. Chin stays tucked in. Elbows under shoulders. Hands flat, no holding. Knees under hips. Push the top of your back up between the scapulae, keep that chin tucked in. And with your next exhale, making sure that the band is under that back knee, sitting onto the mat. Bring that leg up. Inhale, bring it down. Keep that going. That's it. Keep that knee under your hip and really squeeze up through that butt. That's it. Keep that T-zone on tight. Keep breathing now. Just get into that movement. Enjoy the little pinch. Wake up that butt. That's it. 2 more. Keep those hips parallel to the ground. Last one, hold it up. Tiny, tiny little pulses. Squeezing into that butt. That's it. Keep that T-zone on. For 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Extend with an inhale. Exhale, heel to butt. Good. Go with your breath. Don't worry about how many, worry about your breath. So you're going to follow that breath to tell you how many. Keep it going. That's it. Keep that knee up high. Try not to let it sink down at all. Keep it up. Don't let it come down. You're just bending and extending at that knee with that knee up nice and high. Keep breathing. Hips parallel to the ground. That's it. 2 more. Last one. Good. Bring that knee out to the side and in. Before we do that, let's rotate that knee. That's it. And in. Exhale, rotate out. Inhale, in. Keep that going. That's it. Beautiful. Three more. Last one. Nope. One more to go. That's it. Now we can take that leg as one unit to the side, keeping the knee parallel with an exhale. Inhale, bring it in. That's it. Exhale. Keep that going. Keep the abdominal muscles on nice and tight. That's it. Keep that knee facing the ground. And keep the leg up as high as you can. And if it's not high, do not worry. Do not worry. Keep breathing. Knee stays parallel to the ground, just opening out through the side of that butt now. That's it. 2 more. Beautiful. Last one. Hold it out there. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hamstring curl it in. Good. Really push up into those elbows now. Don't let that back sink. That's it. T-zone on. Hips facing that ground. 2 more. Last one. And knee comes down and press, stretch it out. Get a little bit of a stretch there. I felt a tad misaligned with that back leg. So I'm going to try to make sure it's under my hip. I can feel it because there's a strain coming there. So I want you to be really conscious of what your body's telling you. Keep that knee under the knee, elbows under elbows. Push up, that top back comes up between the scapulae. Yeah. T-zone tight, chin tucked in. Extend that front leg back. Have a beautiful flexed foot. Exhale, squeeze it up. Inhale down. Keep that going. Good job, guys. 4 more. Here comes your last one. Hold it up. Yeah. Let's start with those rainbows. Over they go. Keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling as you need to now. Go at your own pace with your rainbows. But I also want you to challenge yourself today. How high can you go? How far can you go without using that lower back, without using the hips? So your hips stay nice and steady, parallel to that ground, and your lower back doesn't move at all. So that T-zone is firing right now. And that nice long neck, keeping it tucked in. That's it, looking almost at your thumbs. Keep breathing. We're really rainbowing through that leg. That's it. Keep that chin tucked in. Stay nice and long through the torso. Abdominal muscles on. Good. You got 3 to go at your own pace. Good job. And here comes your last one. When you finish that, come into a prayer stretch and enjoy it. Keep those knees out nice and wide if you can, even with a resistance band. Bring them out wide, sit that butt back, enjoy that beautiful stretch. Push your hands into the mat, get a beautiful stretch out your back right there. You're gonna need it. Circle through those wrists if you can, wriggle those fingers. And come up into that sitting position. Whew, how are you feeling? It's a great feeling, isn't it? So good. All right, those with bands, say bye-bye. I'm sure you're not unhappy to do that. All right, coming back onto our plank position, this time on our wrists, and we will not be here for long. A nice, simple exercise in our plank. Wrists under shoulders, knees start under hips, and then we walk them away. Good. Push up onto those toes if you're there. If not, stay on those knees, but the T-zone's on. Make sure your back is not pushing down, it is up. Good. And just hold it there. Beautiful. We're just holding our planks, guys. If you want a bit more and you're up on your toes, feel free to walk toes side to side. That's okay. Otherwise, just hold it nice and still. That's all we want to do today. Keep it nice and still. So squeeze into those abdominal muscles as much as possible and squeeze into that butt. Really squeeze into it all now. Keep breathing. Keep that chin tucked in. Just squeeze. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep squeezing. 3, 2, And 1. Bring those knees down, push it back. Beautiful. Prayer stretch is such a good stretch. It really gets into your back for you. All right. Coming onto those knees. This time our knees are going to be wide, toes are touching. So when I say wide, I actually do mean wide. And we're going to do our butt dancing there today. So feet are flat on that ground, knees are wide, up nice and long through the torso. And with an inhale, sit that butt back. Exhale, squeeze it up. That's it. Inhale down. Exhale. Good job. Now if you still had your band around, also be great. You get that extra bit of resistance, but it's not too much, so this is fine. Good. Keep breathing now. Good job, guys. How you feeling? Are you shaking as much as me? Good job. Keep breathing. We're going to take our time here today because I want you to feel it in those inner thighs. And if we finish too early, you're not going to feel it there. That burn is a slow onset. I can feel it already. How about you? Now that T-zone really needs to be tight now because we do not want to fold into that back. Yeah, keep it nice and long, like one unit coming down, squeezing it up. 2 more like this. That's it. Last one. Bring it back down, inch up, inch down. That's it. Nice and simple. Straight into those inner thighs. Think about everything else though. And keep those hands on your hips. You just want to concentrate on your form here. Keeping those abdominal muscles on. Good job. Keep breathing now. You've got 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bring it up. Beautiful. Bring those knees together. Take a little bit of a rest here. Push that tailbone back. Little bit of a rest. Feel free to lift the toes and circle through those ankles. That's it. And wriggle through those toes. Woo. That's it. All right, pushing it back up onto those knees. We're gonna do our normal butt dance. Yes, I've got to get your inner thighs today. Keep those knees hip width apart this time. Shoulders are down and back, and the same principle, that T-zone on. So you're one long unit from head to hip and hip to knee. You're the second unit there. All right, so nice and long. Inhale, sit it back. Exhale, squeeze it up. Keep those knees hip width apart. Inhale, squeeze it back. Exhale, squeeze it up. Good. Inhale back. Exhale up. Remember, for our butt dancers, we need to take a little bit of time to turn on those inner thighs. So we're going to be here doing this very monotonous movement for a while. But while you're here, think about keeping the ribs away from the hips, squeezing into that T-zone and having a beautiful form. Keeping those shoulders down and back, that chin tucked in, nice and long. Now slow it down. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Hands on hips if that's easier. Inhale. Otherwise, out here. Good job. Just a few more to go. Feeling that burn now. That's all it is. That's all I need. That's it. 2 to go. Good. Now you're going to bring it back down again. Little butt dance down there. Up and down inches. That's it. That's it. Keep it strong. Keep that T-zone on for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Woo. Bring it up. All the way down onto our back now. We deserve it. I'm going to give you a quick stretch before we finish off the exercises. So, down on that back, nice and long. Take that back ankle, place it over the front thigh. Bring that front thigh in and enjoy that stretch right there. Feel free to circle through those ankles and toes. And try to keep that chin tucked in. Again, it'll ruin our hair, but hey, it's all good. Bring that foot down, develope that back leg, hold onto that shin, feel that beautiful stretch right there. Is it shaking? Mine certainly is today. Oof. Some days are easier than others, and that's fine, that's our body. Place the front ankle over that back leg and bring it in, get that beautiful stretch. I see a lot of people come up here. Feel free to do that, but I like to make sure that my head and shoulders stay down for this throughout the whole stretch. Circle. And while you're stretching, keep your head and shoulders down, but while you're trying to grab the leg, a lot of people bring it up. That's okay, but make sure you bring it back down. Whew. Enjoy that beautiful stretch. That's it. Now bring that back leg down and develope through that front leg. Get a beautiful stretch. Yes. Whew. The shakes. Never scared of the shakes, guys. They show me I've done hard work. And it means I can progress more and more. Bring those legs down, bring the knees down, feet come together. Enjoy that beautiful stretch right there through the hips. If you need a bit more, push into the legs ever so gently, opening out that little bit more through the hip flexors, opening out. Hold it here, extend both legs out nice and long, keeping those knees turned out. Inhale, bring it in. If you need a bit more slide, the way I like, feel free to bring that mat in and slide across the floor that little bit more. I love that feeling. That's it. But there's absolutely no need to do it this way. You can do it on your mat. A lot of mats have slide. These ones are super grippy. That's it. Keep those knees out so you're really pushing through the inner thighs. That's it. And inhale, bring it in. Good. And make sure you extend through those knees so you can really feel that pinch and then bring it in. That's it. Beautiful. Take 4 more. That's it. 2. Yes. Last one. Beautiful. Take that mat out one more time and bring those knees out to the side, just stretching into it one more time. That's it. Get that beautiful stretch right there. Well done. You made it through. Bring those knees in. That's it. Beautiful. Cuddle them. Enjoy that. Hold on to the inside of your foot. This one I do lift up. And bring the legs up nice and long. That's it. Get that beautiful stretch right there. Beautiful. And release. Take that front leg out nice and long across the mat. Back knee, bring it in, then turn it out and over towards that screen. Arms come out nice and long. Try to keep the shoulders on the mat and turn your head away from that screen to get a little bit more of a stretch through that neck. Feel free to extend that leg out across the mat, creating a beautiful star shape. I like to really push my limbs away from my body. So I'm pushing those toes away and pushing the fingers, pushing the arms, pushing the legs away. Inhale, bring it in. And twist to the other side, take it in. That's it. Front leg goes back. Arms come out nice and long across the mat. Feel free to extend that front leg. And look towards the screen this time. Get that beautiful stretch right there. I have the couch helping me. Feels good, in fact. Keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Stretches are so good, but make sure you breathe through them so you really get that healing effect. Inhale, bring it all the way back to center. Both legs stay out nice and long. Bring those arms down by your side, reach them up overhead and stretch the hands away from the feet. Wriggle the toes, wriggle the fingers. Beautiful, simplest stretch. Hands come down by your side and slowly roll yourself up, keeping those legs long. If you can, squeezing into the abs as you come up. Legs stay out nice and long. Extend, ribs away from hips, then come up and over towards the feet, the toes, the ankles, however far you can reach with those legs staying nice and long. Some people can get all the way to their toes. Some people can get their nose down to their knees. Whatever you can do is fantastic. And exhale, coming up again. Hi guys, told you we're going to have messy hair. Feet stay together and push those knees down to the side. That's it. Inhale, exhale while you're here. Now turning to the front. Cross those legs over. Doesn't matter which side which. Just cross them over. Place those hands behind you and push on up. You get an extra stretch through the inner thigh, usually of the front knee. So for me, it's on my right hand side. And I'm going to release, swap those legs over and push on up. That's it. Really easy stretch through that inner thigh. It was a bit of a lazy class today. I hope you enjoyed that. We stayed on the mat as much as we could. Arms come up and release. Thank you so much for joining us for Pilates today. I hope that you got a good workout. Turn to the side. And if there's anything that you want to cover in Pilates classes, maybe you want to focus on something or use an accessory that we haven't used before or we have used before, just let me know. I'm so happy to do it for you. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, wherever you're at, and I will see you in my next class. Bye now.